It certainly gets your attention. There's Philip, ready for something, is he?
Ryan Farquhar.
Ryan Farquhar has just come into the pits here now. He's had his first few laps on the Superbike. Ryan, have you anything to say? Your first couple of laps on the Superbike tonight?
I'm struggling a bit here, so I'll talk to you in a few minutes.
No problem, Ryan. Ryan's obviously he's having a few problems with the Superbike here. We're not sure if it's tyre problem, gear problem. They're also getting the super stock bike ready to pull out, so I think he's briefing the boys with a few things to change.
Well, I think
jump
Ryan
on super stock and get straight out again.
Yeah, I think Ryan's had problems really because at the Cookstown he rode on the super stock bike. The Superbike wasn't ready. Then he got a few miles down at Tandragee, and he was hoping to get more miles, obviously get those miles down ahead of the Northwest. And really, this is the first time out on the Superbike properly. I mean, yeah, you can go out around a car park on a Superbike or wherever, but this is the real deal, and he's getting those miles now that he's missed out on compared to his rivals.
Yeah, very important. Now he is on the super stock machine now, and the Kawasaki still as he heads off out. And at least this is giving him some track time, because what you also need is not just setting your bike up, of course, it's getting your head round these fast corners and getting it so that you feel very, very comfortable with it as well. Very important to get that sorted, and particularly on some of these sections where it is incredibly fast. They're the parts of the course that you have to build your confidence. You can't just go tearing in there and get it wrong. You just keep dipping a little bit each lap you go round.
The one thing I love about Ryan Farquhar as well, he's got such a smooth riding style, never ragged, always looks in control, absolutely superb. And Ian Hutchinson, who's been nothing short of a revelation since he took to the roads, 3-4 years ago. Very quietly spoken.
Yeah, you wouldn't think he was a motorcycle racer, would you? You get talking to this guy and you think he'd be a bank clerk or something.
I know some loud bank clerks, but Ian Hutchinson, I know what you're saying. And again, Ian's been doing okay really on the short circuit so far this season, but this is where you'd expect him to shine the most, and where the Northwest 200 and the TT would possibly represent his best chance of success.
I would have thought so. In a long career, again, only 28 years old is Ian Hutchinson, who we're looking at right here now on the R1 Yamaha. Back to Michael Rutter. And the bike I rode around here, Dave, it wasn't as fast as this one, it was more the super stock spec machine, but that has so much torque out of the corners, you can actually afford to just nearly take another gear higher than you would normally expect on a four-cylinder machine. It just grunts out of those corners so well. Has great back torque clutch on it. It's just a lovely package. Michael was very worried it would have quite the top end speed, and we're going to find out later on probably when we get some speed track times.
Yeah, there was some debate as well at the start of the year when with the 1098 Ducati. First of all, whether it would be allowed to be at the Northwest 200, and I don't know if they ever sorted out what was going on with the TT. Now, whether Ducati don't want to be at the TT this year, or whether it's something to do with the 1098s aren't permitted to take part, I wouldn't know.
Well, there are some question marks. I know one or two of the other teams are saying that it has a disadvantage, or it has an advantage actually, and the other teams have a disadvantage with it being a 1200cc, or certainly the 10. It's called the 1098, but the 1098R is virtually 1200cc, and in the super stock spec, in the sort of FIM rules that they run in super stocks in World Superbikes, then it is the fastest thing. But Philip's been busy down there, and I think he's with Brogan, Steve Brogan.
Steve Brogan, you had a few spectacular moments last night.
Yeah, just got a little bit excited on the first lap out there, and took to the grass on the slow chicanes on the coast road there. But it's probably a good thing to happen, because it calmed me down anyway for the rest of the session. So yeah, we just made a few changes for tonight, and just a little bit more relaxed into it tonight after Tuesday night's practice.
You've been out on the super stock tonight?
Yeah, we're just out on the super stock bike here in the Superbike session, and obviously trying to get as many laps in, and then we're straight back out on the 600.
I mean, what's your preferred machine for here this weekend?
I haven't really got a preferred machine, to be fair. I enjoy riding both super stock and super sport, so yeah, they're both good fun.
Just keep them off the grass and have a good ride.
I'll do my best, mate. Cheers.
Good advice there from Phil McCallan, and if anyone should know about keeping it off the grass, then it's Phil.
Oh yeah, I was going to say, nobody got on the grass more than Philip, I don't think, did they? So yeah, that's it. If Philip McCallan tells you to keep off the grass, then you keep off the grass.
Steve Brogan, 17th fastest so far, 116.9. He's around 12 seconds off John McGuinness.
Here's the Suzuki coming in, number 5.
Yeah, Bruce Anstey. Bruce Anstey, 7th fastest so far. He's in the 120s, 120.3. Ian Locker's 120.2.
Bruce, what's the first impression tonight? It seems like you've had quite a few laps out there on the Superbike.
Yeah, things are going alright. Just struggling a little bit for grip, but see how we're getting on. Don't know where I'm at the moment. But
I think you're about 7th fastest at the moment.
yeah, just struggling a little bit, but we'll get there.
Handling, is it speed?
Yeah, just seeing speed down speed at the moment, but I don't know why. But we'll have a look at it.
The gearing, have you got that pretty good?
Yeah, the gearing's pretty close there.
Have a good ride, Bruce.
Now, Bruce Anstey's had some very good rides in the Northwest 200, especially in the production class, and he's the king of the production class in the Isle of Man.
Hat-trick here last year, so and that was with a tumble as well. And it might have been even more if he hadn't have fell off at this corner we're looking at there now. No, it's not. I think it was the Metro. It was York where he fell off last year. Said he's got some grip issues. Interesting.
But again, we talked before about staying with the same team and having the same people around you. I think he's 7 years now with the TAS Suzuki lot.
Yeah, nice stability there from Bruce, and as they often say, if Bruce Anstey was laid back anymore, he'd be horizontal. From New Zealand, but now lives in Windsor, I think, actually.
I think his mother's from the Isle of Man. Did you know that?
Yes, I did know that. I was told that, and that's how he got into it. I think he watched the TT races when he was about 7 years old, got the smell of the Castellara and probably the Jeff Dukes and the sound of the Manx Nortons and everything else, and has decided that that's what he wants to do, and he's doing a good job of it as well.
Well, again, a glorious night here in Northern Ireland. As we look at number 6,
Cameron Donald.
Yeah, this is teammate Cameron has switched to the Relentless Suzuki team this year. 121.7, his best time so far. He's 4th quickest, a shade behind Guy Martin.
Suzuki boys here now. And with Philip Neal and Bruce Anstey, where they're discussing a few tactics. I don't think they're looking too happy, really.
Stick the mic in, Phil.
Philip, you've got a little bit of a speed problem tonight.
Oh, is that right? We'll wait and see until Saturday. We'll worry about it Saturday night if we still got it.
He doesn't seem totally happy. Is there a few little things, Philip? Give us some ideas here.
If Bruce doesn't do 99%, if he's not 100%, it's just not 100%. And we'll talk to him about it later. He just wants a few changes. We're trying a different tyre this time, so it could be that. It could be a different tyre. We hope it is.
Is it a stability thing, or is it a little bit of speed?
No, he's definitely got no stability problem. It's just a little bit of confidence in the rear. It's probably down to grip. Could be down to suspension setup. Could be down to the tyre. Different tyre than what he tried on Tuesday night, so it's the same tyre now. Hopefully that's the cause of it.
Well, have a good ride. I'm going to grab your other rider here, Cameron, for a quick word. We're heading over here to Cameron Donald now. Sorry, boys. Cameron, what's your first impressions tonight?
Yeah, no, the track's in a lot better condition than the other Tuesday evening, but just making a few changes. I'd say the boys will be going pretty quick towards the end of this session.
And how are you feeling for speed tonight?
Yeah, we're getting there bit by bit. Just got to keep working at it, keep working it set up, and I think we'll be there all right.
What about stability?
Yeah, it's bike stable. That's good.
Just get out again and get some laps.
Have some fun.
Thanks, Phil. And we're talking about that stability and everything, and any team knows their way around the Northwest 200. I don't think there's been anyone as successful as the Suzuki team have been here in the last few years.
No, but they seem to. It's the Superbike that keeps giving them troubles, isn't it? That's where it seems to keep going wrong. I know they had some issues last year, and then